Sam Barber, thanks for taking the time. Wow, what an effort up at Northern Colorado. Team score comes just one short after the forfeit, but talk to me about the effort your team gave.
Yeah, just really proud of our guys, up and down the lineup. I think in this time of the year in most sports, like there are no easy weeks, but we got kind of hit with a sickness injury bug last week a little bit. We had, three injuries to three starters, and, like within 48 hours, it was next man up. And just really proud of our guys that stepped into those roles. But we went up there, wrestled the 18th ranked team in the country, a very good Northern Colorado, well coached by Coach Nickerson. And yeah, our guys really fought hard, from the first match at 133, like where they had some of their strength and their depth. Carter Nago goes out and gets the first takedown against national champion, and we just battled all the way through it. The first half, we were down 22-0. And then we win the next 5 matches. And it was just it's really proud of the guys. Their effort. It's hard to do that sometimes when you look up and you see that scoreboard and Jack Ganos going out there and getting a technical fall and turning us around, and then Gage Musser, that guy's been in and out of the rankings all year long, so that's a really good win for Gage. And then Brian Berberia going out and having another solid win in overtime. That's kind of a turning point for him, he's to get that match. And then Soren was stepping in for Antonio Ramos and just did a great job and was so close to getting the pin for us and putting us in a position to force those guys to put a guy on the mat at 125 and wrestle us and not forfeit. So I think the key takeaway, obviously, we were hoping to get that one, and then the storyline be like, hey, here's this team that's starting 4 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 10 brand new guys in the lineup, and they go from the beginning of the season, really just being, really young and inexperienced to, beating a national ranked team. That was the story. That was the headline you were hoping for. But you can't not acknowledge the growth, right? There's no moral victories in our sport, but there's still just a ton of growth. In the last 8 weeks, I think 60 to 70% of our lineup has ranked wins, multiple wins over ranked guys. Again, we're in a 1-point dual meet with a top 20 team, and just really, really proud of the growth of every single individual on our team. And that's not just the starters. I mean, those are just the guys you're seeing put the product on the map, but just the growth in our room from the guys in our program has been exceptional. So really proud of that, and we still got a couple weeks where we can get a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Big 12's, you don't have a match this weekend, so what do you do this weekend? What do you talk to them about in the room? And obviously, there's going to be some sleeper talk.
Yeah, well, I think for us, it's we talk about this time of the year, at this point, you're 0-0 again, right? It's the postseason, and you get to start fresh, and you get to go in there, and we're healthy, we're excited to wrestle, we're getting better, we're on an upward trajectory. So there's a lot of positive energy in our room. So I would just talk to the guys about coming in every day and squeezing that last drop of out of the rock and getting whatever you can out of yourself. To any bit of growth you can is going to make a difference here going to the Big 12 tournament. It's an incredibly great conference. We're going to have a lot of national qualifiers. We'll find out next week. A lot of returning All-Americans. We're really lucky to wrestle in such a high-level conference, and I know our guys are ready for that challenge. But the next 2 weeks are really going to be about us making sure that we're sharp and we're rested and we're excited to compete in Tulsa, Oklahoma on the second week of March.
As you rest, I don't know about wrestling. Do you guys look back at matches, especially once you get the matchups? Do you look back at how you wrestled against a guy earlier in the year?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely tactics and strategies to wrestling too. It's we'll see the brackets, early next week, I think. So we'll have a good idea of who are our draws. And every coach in the country will grab that and they'll go back to video and they'll look for tendencies and opportunities where you can, execute your best attacks in that match or make adjustments for sure. There's a lot of that goes on with it. It's not just 2 guys standing there shaking hands, going after it. It's really a highly technical, tactical, and strategic sport behind all of it. And then, when the whistle blows, all that stuff goes out the window, right? Everybody has a plan to get punched in the face. It's that type of sport. So, but you go out and you compete, and there's just a lot of variables. But, put yourself in the best position to be the best version of yourself. And in the final month of the season, that's what we're working towards.
It's been amazing to see your growth this season. Sam, thanks for the time.
Appreciate you. Thanks.